I used Claude AI to merge VWAP and RSI into one indicator, and it created an absolute monster. But the reason it works isn't the buy or sell signals. It's this third color right here, a hidden signal I didn't even tell the AI to build at all. Here's how it works. This is pound yen, 4-hour chart, and a clear downtrend. Price is sitting below the key level, momentum is pointing down, and every candle on the screen is colored the same. Both indicators locked in bearish agreement. Price pulls back up into a resistance zone, and another signal candle fires right at that level. I enter on the close, place my stop just above resistance, and my target sits at the next support below, roughly 2.5 times my risk. No conflicting panels and no mental gymnastics. One color told me direction, location, and momentum all at once, and you don't know how that signal got there yet. Picture a traffic light painted onto every candle on your chart. Green means price position and momentum both agree that longs make sense. Red means both agree on shorts. And there's a third color, white, what I call the hold signal. That means the two indicators are fighting each other. The market hasn't picked a direction, and neither should you. That hold signal turned out to be the most important piece of this entire approach, and I didn't even design it to matter this much. Now, merging two indicators with AI sounds like it needs some complex formula. Here's what it actually is. I opened Claude and described the conditions. One color when VWAP and RSI both agree bullish, another when both agree bearish, a third when they conflict, and it wrote the Pine script in under 2 minutes. I pasted it into TradingView, hit Add to Chart, and the whole screen became a color-coded decision map. The code is in the description, but having the colors on your chart won't help until you see what happens when you trust each indicator on its own. VWAP tells you where a reaction might happen. Price reaches the line, bounces, and you feel like a genius. Until the one time it doesn't bounce and slices straight through, dragging your stop and your confidence with it. VWAP shows you where. It says nothing about whether momentum actually supports the move. RSI fills that gap, sort of. It reads momentum. But RSI nudging above 50 during a downtrend doesn't mean buyers are winning. It means sellers are catching their breath. Put both on the same chart without a system to force agreement, and you get two signals pointing opposite directions on the same candle. This indicator fixes that conflict, but the piece that matters most isn't what you'd expect. This is your biggest mistake. You start guessing which indicator to trust when they disagree. I spent months doing exactly that. RSI would creep above 50 while price was still sitting below VWAP, and I'd side with RSI because it moved first. That assumption cost me a lot of money, spread across tens of trades that all shared the same problem. I forced a decision when the market hadn't made one yet. Every one of those trades happened inside what I now call a hold zone, stretches where VWAP and RSI point different directions. On the chart, you'll spot it instantly. These are your white candles. You see clean runs of green, then a cluster of hold candles, then clean red. Those hold clusters are minefields. They look like setups because price is still moving, candles are still forming, but the momentum underneath is split. The rule is simple. If both indicators agree, the trade can qualify. If they disagree, it's a pass. When candles shift from green or red to white, that's your cue to stop looking for entries and close the chart until agreement returns. What used to look like conflicting signals now looks like a single color telling you to walk away. Now, agreement alone nearly cost me more than disagreement did, because I missed the one filter that separates a signal worth taking from one that bleeds your account. So right after I built this indicator, I saw green candles and immediately went long. RSI above 50, price above VWAP, full agreement. Stopped out in several candles. When I zoomed out, the reason was embarrassingly obvious. Resistance was sitting right above my entry, and I never checked. The signal had perfect timing and terrible location. The math worked, the fundamentals were solid, but the location destroyed everything. That loss created what I call the location filter. Green candles only qualify when price is sitting near a support level with real significance. A previous swing low, a zone where buyers stepped in hard before, or a level that used to be resistance and flipped to support. If green fires in open space with nothing underneath it, I skip it regardless of how clean the color looks. The mirror applies to shorts. Red candles only matter at resistance, a level the market has already rejected, a weekly high, or a zone with clear selling pressure above it. Without a key level, you're selling into air and hoping. Hope is not a trade plan. I reviewed my first 50 trades with this system, and every avoidable loss traced back to the same mistake. Agreement signal, but no obvious level. The wins weren't better signals, they were better locations. When I added the location filter, the hit rate on agreement signals increased, and not because the signals improved, but because I stopped taking the ones with nowhere to land. So green or red candles at a key level, the trade qualifies. Green or red candles without a level means you don't have a trade. This next setup was tricky, but the hold signal was the only reason I stayed on the right side. This is Euro-Yen, 4-hour chart in a clear downtrend. Red candles across the board. Price is rallying into a previous support level that's flipped to resistance. A clean zone with multiple rejections behind it. And right before red fires, something happens. Several candles shift to the hold signal. VWAP and RSI stop agreeing. The market is sitting at a key zone and hesitating. Then it decides. Hold shifts to red, right at resistance. I enter on the close of that candle, stop above the level, target at the next support below. Price rolls over and runs straight to the target without a single hold candle on the way down. 2.5 hour clean execution. And the only reason it worked was the patience to wait through the hold phase instead of forcing the entry early. That white to red transition at a key level, that's the setup inside the setup. You never enter during the hold signal. You wait for the market to choose, confirm the level is real, and act once agreement returns. The indicator works beautifully when the market is trending. But there's one time frame mistake that turns a clean signal into a big trap. One of my worst losses came from a 5-minute chart that looked flawless. Green candles at support, full agreement, strong level, every box checked, except the hourly. When I pulled it up, the picture fell apart. White candles everywhere. The 5-minute was screaming, buy, while the hourly was quietly whispering, please don't. And I listened to the louder voice. $1,100 gone on a setup that had no business existing once I saw the full context. That trade wrote a permanent rule. No signals below the 30-minute chart. Lower timeframes produce setups that look clean in isolation and collapse the instant you zoom out. A green candle on the 5-minute inside a hold zone on the hourly is a trap in a good outfit, dressed well enough to fool you every single time. Now, there's one market condition that breaks all of them. Trending markets are where this system earns. Green stays green, red stays red, and signals at key levels follow through with consistency. across 200 signals I reviewed in trending conditions on Eurodollar, Bitcoin, and Nasdaq. Agreement signals at key levels produced roughly a 60% win rate. Ranging markets shredded. If candle colors are flipping every few bars, close the chart. Come back when consecutive candles hold the same color for a real stretch, because that's the market finally committing. The next trade shows exactly what happens when you wait for that commitment. Gold market, 30-minute chart. I'm running this on a monthly VWAP with a 21 relative strength period. That combo filters out the noise for my swing setups. The source is set to open instead of close, which gives me the signal at the start of the candle rather than waiting for it to finish. Price is pushing into resistance, and the candles underneath are flickering between green and the hold signal. VWAP and RSI can't fully commit. Neither do I. Then a strong candle punches above the level and closes green. Both indicators just aligned above resistance, but I don't take the breakout. I've handed money to the market too many times, buying that first push through a level. I want the retest. Then price drifts back toward the broken level. Here's the moment that matters. If the breakout is real, old resistance should act as new support. The candles stay green on the pullback. Even during the dip, price holds above VWAP and RSI stays above the midline. Buyers aren't leaving. I enter on the close, stop below the retest low, and gold rips into new highs without a single red candle appearing on the way up. Every signal in this system, green, red, or hold, lives or dies based on one thing: the quality of the level underneath it. A green candle at a level the entire market is watching creates a completely different outcome than a green candle bouncing off some random wick from last Tuesday. How I find those levels, the ones that actually hold, the ones that make a signal worth risking real money on, that's what I break down right here. And this is exactly the kind of setup we break down inside our academy. See you inside.